run out of anything. What are you talking about?
Way to
All right. Anyway, recapping the tour.
back,
Recapping the tour. So we started off in Indiana. By the way,
love Indiana. I got a lot of family in LaPorte and Indianapolis and Gary.
listen, it was fun.
Yeah, shout out to Gary. I got family in Gary, Indiana.
It was fun.
My family works in North Shore.
Oh, God. Anyway, next. So after Indiana and our 25,000 people that we had out there, we left Indiana and went to Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
Were you in Louisville?
We were in, no. We were in, where were we at?
Lexington.
Lexington, thank you. Big Blue country, and there were tons of, I love Kentucky, let me say that.
Did you see a horse?
I saw horses, cows, chickens, pigs, the whole nine. Yeah.
I like to refer to my favorite types of girls as stallions, you know?
Nah, no stallion. Anyway.
That's why
anyway.
it's my Colt 45.
Yeah, no, none of that. None of that. So, anyway, we get to Kentucky. Lexington might have been one of the best shows ever. We leave Lexington. We go to,
Where's he going with this?
supposed to go to Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm about to tell you.
All right.
Supposed to go to Knoxville, Tennessee. All right? It rains. They postpone it. I'm driving through Ohio. By the way, got to stop in Cincinnati to see the Red Stadium.
Did you have some Skyline chili?
Nah, I got to stop in Cincinnati. Bro, it's time schedule. Hello.
It's
time
like
schedule.
It's like going
time
to Chicago.
schedule. Hello.
You know, you get
So
Italian
anyway,
beef, you go to Al's, you
God.
get some pizza, you get a hot dog.
No,
and then you
it's
also
like
get,
going to Chicago and punching yourself in the face because you have to say "Go Cubs." I really want to choke myself every time I have to say that. Anyway, once I left Knoxville, Tennessee, hey, it's what we do. Left Knoxville, Tennessee. The rain comes down. Shout out to Columbia, South Carolina. We were supposed to. That show was postponed for way too long. We finally got it done. But in case you missed it, South Carolina was absolutely flooded. Flooded, hands down. We couldn't even get in.
Really
State
bad.
of emergency. It was terrible.
Wow.
It was god awful. So they pushed it. Go to the second week. We go to Mississippi, Starkville, Mississippi State Bulldog Country. Then we leave there and we go to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Absolutely loved it. Great show. Not a fan of Alabama, the football program itself, but I'll leave it at that. However, the crew we worked with, phenomenal. Fantastic. Absolutely amazing. Hands down, one of the best crew we worked with the whole tour.
What was phenomenal about it?
Everything. Left there, went to Macon, Georgia. Left Macon, went to Valdosta. Absolutely incredible. Another down. Then we left there. Then we left there.
I've spent 6.5 years of my life in
Yeah.
Valdosta.
Oh, I know, dude. Valdosta was a jam.
I love Valdosta.
Valdosta was absolutely on point. Shout out to my boy Heath Cox, Lane Grant, Micah, Zach, all those boys that worked with us down in Valdosta, man. That kept us.
Were you at Blue Water?
Pinned down. You know, my boy runs Blue.
My sister's best friend, Kate Churchill. Kate's the owner of the bar.
Anyway, we won't comment on that. No, we don't even go there. Valdosta is a spot. We'll get down there down the road. So then, anyway, we leave there. We come back. They decide to reschedule the Knoxville, Tennessee show. All right, we go to Tennessee. We do Knoxville. Then
now, are you actually hanging out with Luke Bryan all the time, or what?
That's what I want to know.
Well, here's the thing. They had the CMAs right after.
Everybody's behind the scenes. I've been with a lot of artists.
Yes, there's groupies.
I'm waiting for the groupies.
There are groupies. Let me finish. Let me finish. So we get to it, and we get done with Knoxville. We go up, and then we had to wait. We just did the Columbia show November 1st. Now, the reason I'm saying all this is because everywhere we go, it's not a joke. Everywhere we go, we deal with the college people, the college scene, right?
Right.
Never been around Mississippi State people before. Never been around.
Cowbells, right?
Never been around. Never been around any Tuscaloosa people like college scene before.
Right.
Never been to Lexington, Kentucky and party with anybody from Big Blue.
Right.
Never been to I take it back. I have been to Knoxville and party with some people from Knoxville, Tennessee. By the way, the Volunteers, I don't like them as a football program. Don't mind the basketball program so much. They're okay. But the party scene.
Unbelievable.
And that's the whole point of this farm tour. This conversation on the farm tour.
Okay.
Every city we went into, we would rank like the best, the hardest working crew. What colleges we could predict knew how to party based on how they worked, how much fun they had. I can tell you right now, Columbia got down. I don't know if it was because they were just drunk out in the rain with 13,000 screaming people and the crew was phenomenal. Or Lexington, Tuscaloosa, Valdosta, Mississippi State, I was not really a big fan of. They were kind of just just bland. And
now, what school were you at in Indiana?
Now, here's the thing with Indiana. So we were in Fort Wayne. So there were.
That's country. Man.
Yeah. So there were several colleges recruited. The problem was though, is that in Indiana, because of the bar and the liquor permit, you have to have. You have to be licensed. You have to be licensed.
Yeah. Go to.
So if you're not a licensed bartender, you can't serve alcohol.
Right. So
that was our issue. So we got a lot of people who were older, different crowd. When I say older, I'm talking like 50-something-year-old dudes were bar backing. 50-something-year-old women were bartending.
So you didn't have the guys going towards.
So I didn't have the usual college crowd.
There's not a cougar story here.
No. Listen, there was more like a zebra story.
Yeah.
There was no cougars. There was no. It was.
Wait, so a zebra? You're talking about like half white, half black?
No,
older lady.
I'm talking like horses, bro. Horses. They looked like a horse. You couldn't really determine what they were wearing or who they were. Their styles were by far different. I think it's the appropriate
Fort Wayne,
word.
Indiana, man.
Yeah, it's Fort
I've never been to Fort Wayne, Indiana. But I tell you what, them SOBs can drink. We sold 114,000 individual tall boy Miller Lights. We sold over $1 million.
So what was your job in this whole?
Hold on, we sold over $1 million. We sold over $1 million in alcohol.
He keeps saying
just
we,
for that
but...
one night. All right. So anyway, my part of the farm tour was this.
Just so you guys know, my paycheck from Josh bounced.
Yeah, that's because I don't get a paycheck.
I believe that.
Hey, bro, if I had I give me EBT to him. Dog. There you go.
Take that.
Shout out to all the people on the services. Do what you do. Anyway, so my point is that it goes back to the conversation the point I'm getting at is which college, even the ones I just named, if you could go to any college in the country, strictly to party,
USC.
What college would you choose? We're not choosing right now, but since you want to jump the gun,
you asked the question.
Wait, University of South Carolina or Southern
California?
And University of Southern Cal? Bro, you've obviously never been to Oxford, Mississippi. You've obviously never been to Knoxville,
I've never been to any of those places.
You've obviously never been to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and you damn sure.
All I know is
sure
you go to USC.
Had never been
you're
to
in LA. You're
nah.
chilling with
But wait,
you're chilling with
are you asking
superstars.
out of the colleges you named?
No, in general. I said out of the ones I named because I had there's a lot of these we had not been to aside from Knoxville. I already knew what Knoxville was. I knew what Columbia was. No, I've been to no.
Yeah, Miami,
I'd be at Florida State all day.
Florida State. So I do Florida State.
Florida State is. We didn't go there this year, but I've been there enough times to know you. Definitely.
I would do Texas too. I'm not a Texas guy, but Austin, Texas, and Texas. I
was in Austin, Texas for a couple of weeks ago, and Austin is a phenomenal scene. University of Texas is there, but you got Baylor and Waco. You got TCU. You got there's a couple of. We'll get to that conversation in a minute. Anyway, out of all those colleges, there was a group of people that I hung with. I absolutely hate Alabama. I do not like the football program.
Don't they all look the same?
I have expressed no.
They all dress the same.
No, they look the same with their little hair. You know what I'm saying? Like the flop.
No.
Is that what it's called? The flop?
No. Let me finish.
I think it is the flop.
They, from a college standpoint, from partying, Tuscaloosa can throw down. And I mean throw down. You heard it here. Welcome to the South. I mean absolutely throw down. So, by the way, shout out to I gotta give a big shout out to the War Damn Eagles, Auburn, the whole nine. So it's still coming in.